and gentlemen, welcome to DC Live. We're thrilled to have you with us today for an exciting show filled with entertainment, information, and inspiration. But before we dive into the main event, we have a special treat for you. Our first commercial is about to roll, and it's something you won't want to miss. And don't forget, we've got some fantastic prizes to give away, so stay tuned for your chance to win big. We'll be also hosting a live Q&A session where you can interact with our hosts. Get those questions ready and don't miss this opportunity to engage with us. So sit back, relax, and get ready to be captivated by what's coming your way, because DC Live is about to kick off in style. Thank you for joining us, and let the excitement begin.
You want to know what NSG feels like? Let me show you. Are your clients living a restricted lifestyle? Not anymore. With NSG, you can be the key to addressing your client's hair loss concerns. Learn hair customizations that can transform your client's image. Promote your passion behind the chair while helping your future clients live their life with no boundaries. Break barriers and live an active lifestyle with no limitations. Join the movement and sign up today.
Hi, I'm Bonnie Jill Laughlin, and I want to say hello to all you lovely stylists and barbers out there, and welcome to DreamCatchers and NSG Live. Today, you'll get to witness an incredible amount of free education, see our stylists transform their models right before your eyes, and best of all, get your chance to sign up for our classes at a discounted rate and find out why we're known to be the best in the industry. We're here to answer your questions, showcase our amazing products and classes, and even give away some mind-blowing prizes. And you'll want to stick around as these two powerhouse hair artists behind me enhance their models. And tonight we'll be showcasing adjustments with NSG and DreamCatchers, styling tips, and so much more. We'll also be announcing the 3 winners, this is exciting, from our Battle of the Strands competition. Here at DreamCatchers, we're dedicated to not only providing the best quality hair, we're also providing the best quality education, so our stylists can instantly make profit from their newly learned trade. During the next 2 hours, you are welcome to call our amazing customer service team at 855-DREAM-TEAM and sign up for either the in-person or online classes at a discounted rate that only applies tonight when we're live. And with that, we've had a lot of inquiries as to the strange horn sounding noise that goes off regularly. In fact, someone even thought it might be a sick parrot, but it's not. It's just to let you know that somebody has taken advantage of our discounted pricing and is ready to join the movement. With that being said, let's get right into the action and let's get this going. You ready, y'all?
We're ready.
Marlys, Josh, what do we got going on? Because I know we're going to be starting off with the install and then some great styling. So I'm going to let you guys take it.
Yeah, so over here, I'm doing a re-app on Dustin's NSG system. So we're going to go in and remove his system that he is currently wearing, and then we'll get it all cleaned up. And then in hour 2, we're going to kind of switch things up a little bit. So Marlys, what do you got going on over there?
So I am doing a refusion. So the difference between an adjustment and refusion, adjustment is after they get their initial stall, they come back in, just get a bump up. Same hair, same cylinders, all the good stuff. But it's been about 8 weeks, so she's kind of past that point.
Okay.
And so she needs what's called a refusion. That's when we take it out, we adjust it either up or down, and that allows us to give hair rest so that we don't constantly have that weight always pulling on the same hair.
Okay.
So refusion is a chance to put in new cylinders, go ahead and readjust it up or down, keep that hair safe, and then put the same extensions back in.
Perfect. And that's what you're doing right now.
Yes.
Okay. And you said it's been about 8 weeks.
Yes, it's been about 8 weeks for her. So we've already kind of started on her row 1, and then we'll show what about 8 weeks growth looks like when we get to row 2.
Perfect. And Josh,
Yeah.
tell us where you're starting and the steps you're doing.
So right now, I'm using our release solvent, and I'm just spraying it through Dustin's system. He's wearing a lace system.
Okay.
So we're going in and we're just essentially releasing it. That way, once I spray all of this, I can lift his system off of his scalp. And then I'm going to go ahead and clean his system and his scalp. And then after that, we're going to go in and retape and reinstall. So this is done, depending on the client and the application method, anywhere from 1 to 5 weeks. Dustin comes in, you're about every 2-3 weeks, right? So he comes in fairly frequently. Brent, who you guys will be seeing in the second hour, comes in once a week. I personally also, throwing myself out there, get my hair done every week and a half to 2 weeks.
Sometimes
yeah.
you push it almost to 3, but we try not to do that. 'Cause
That's only if we really have to.
He's pretty damn active, so we don't want to let it go too far.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys saw in that intro video, that crazy guy that was skydiving, that's me. And that just shows you that, you know, when NSG is properly installed, it's not going anywhere. You can free fall through the sky at 120 miles an hour and it will not move, which is really cool.
Amazing.
And did you even have a fear of it moving? Like, were you
That's
really,
the only fear.
oh God.
During that time, right?
I didn't have a fear of the jump or anything. I had a fear of, is my hair going to fall? And now I know.
Free fall.
Yeah, and now I know that I can do that with confidence, that I'm going to look great as I'm falling through the sky.
So we know that the hair is not going to
Absolutely.
move.
Absolutely
Marlys,
not.
let's get right into cost. People are already asking, like, what can they expect to get from the DreamCatchers and NSG side in their whole kit?
Oh my gosh. There is so much in the kit. Literally everything you need for every method. For DreamCatchers, we have the 4-in-1 kit. And with the 4-in-1 kit, you're going to have everything you need for I-tip, tape, K-tip, and weft. For the online class, it's $4.99. You could do that at your own pace. Or for the hands-on, it's going to be $6.99. And that is a one-day class. And we cover all those methods. And then you get the online as well. And then we have that 5% off tonight.
Yeah,
And
and then
if you want to do both, Josh.
both NSG and...
And right
that-
there, that
So
not
there-
just a parrot, that is actually someone getting in on this great deal tonight.
someone that is getting ready to start changing lives.
Yes.
That's what that sounds.
That's it.
And making some money.
And making
Yes.
money.
That's right.
So with NSG, we also have both hands-on and online. And in a few minutes, I'm going to show you guys the amazing kit that you get when you sign up for NSG. It's not just a little box with some things that you're going to need. It is a very impressive kit loaded with everything that you're going to need, not just for your class, but to start your journey with non-surgical hair replacement. And our two options for that, we have both online for $9.99. And again, you can do that at the comfort of your own home or salon and complete that at your own pace. Then we have our 2-day hands-on class. We have classes pretty much every weekend all across the country.
Yep.
So definitely take advantage of that discount.
And you know something that we get asked this all the time, and matter of fact, customer service came over today and asked me, is how long, if someone on the online wanted to push through and watch them all, about how long would it take? Both of them, either for DC or NSG, you could probably complete in about a day. You know, probably 8 to 10 hours on average. You could
Okay.
split it into 2 days, knock it out. And then the practical portion really just depends on how fast you kind of work through it, get it turned in. We give you support through it. Even if someone's struggling, we'll hop on a Zoom with them. It's almost like a little mini live, you know, hands-on class if they need it, just to kind of get them through if there's a little bit of struggle. Because some people learn better, you know, online.
And
Some
some in
people
person,
need that
yeah.
hands-on. They need to get their hands in it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Josh,
Also,
we
with-
are, okay.
Not to cut you off,
Yeah.
but with
People
NSG,
have tons of questions already. It's good.
yeah, you guys keep them coming. But with NSG, when you sign up, especially if you're signing up for hands-on, not only do you get that 2-day hands-on class, you also get access to the online course as well.
Yeah.
Which is really cool because you get, when you sign up for hands-on, you get that amazing hands-on education. And then the online course goes over many different techniques, different applications,
Yep.
different system types, both male and female. So you get really, really
Left-handed,
great.
right-handed.
Yes, left-handed and right-handed.
Which with NSG, the left-handed really doesn't matter that much. It's more so with DreamCatchers that the left-handed matters a lot more.
And we also spoke about that it is a community of family, that there's Facebook groups. They can call y'all whenever they need to. There's always someone to help.
Oh, absolutely. We're constantly, you know, there to help and support. I've talked to many people on the day of their applications. They're like, my clients come in, I got a few last minute questions. I'm like, what do you need? What can we do to support you?
That's
We're
great.
really, really big about that all the time. And speaking of what, to add on to what Josh said about getting both the hands-on, like you get the online as well. We've both had it to where people in our class were like, yeah, we've already watched the entire online before
yeah.
they even come to the class. It's just a
That's
whole
good.
nother
You can
layer
actually get more
of
immersion in
education
that.
to be prepared. Yes, 100%.
That's great. Now, someone was asking, is the adhesive have any latex in it? Because they have a client they think that
Nope.
would
No.
be
Latex
allergic to
free.
it.
Our adhesive is latex free, and so is our poly system. So that's one
Okay.
thing I often get asked in class is, if I have a client that has a sensitivity to latex, are they going to be okay wearing a system? And absolutely, it doesn't matter the system type or the application method. Everything is latex free. Also, all of our tapes and adhesives are medical grade and specifically designed to be used on the scalp.
You
Okay.
literally took the thought right out of my brain. I was literally going to say,
Oh, we got more signing up. What's that?
What's that noise? Because we
That
gotta make
noise
sure-
is people signing up to start changing not only the lives of the clients in their chair, but
their
their
lives,
own lives
yeah.
as well.
100%. Now, one of the things I wanted to kind of mention tonight was there's been a lot of people asking, how do I market myself? How do I build a clientele? So one of the things that I started doing early on, because I worked for a woman who I apprenticed with, and we had a full book. Well, then all of a sudden, I wasn't working for her anymore, and I was like, what am I going to do? How am I going to build my own clientele? Well, I think a lot of people forget about the barter system. And I actually found a lash technician because she's in the beauty industry.
Yeah.
So she's interacting with people who are spending that kind of money
And
for
care about
these
their
luxury
beauty and
services.
wellness,
They
yep.
care about that beauty. And then I said, hey, she was like, I'll give you lashes.
Perfect. That's
I
great.
gave her extensions. She gave me lashes. She gave me 11 extension clients that year, that first year of being with her from February to December. And so doing that, all she had to do is I paid costs for supplies. She paid costs for supplies. And it allowed us to both get these luxury services for a very low, almost minimal price. And then,
And your
people
clientele
would be
starts
like,
to
oh my
build.
gosh, your
Yeah.
hair looks amazing. Who did it? She'd be like, hey, you got to check out my girl.
Yeah.
And the same vice versa with lashes. So finding someone
That's
to,
great,
it's almost like a
great.
collaboration. Now they say collaborations, but
Yeah, eyelashes, estheticians, anyone that's in that same realm. Yeah,
And
that's
you know,
great.
I actually used to do that as well with my tattoo artists,
Yeah.
which I felt like I got the better side of the deal on that.
yeah.
But I mean,
I've
like
done
that.
hair for some of my tattoos,
yeah, like
as well.
we would just pay for the cost of product, and we would tip each other. But she would always have people sit in her tattoo chair and be like, "Oh my God, your hair is so cool. Where'd you get it done?" She was
There we go.
constantly sending people.
Yeah.
And I would get my tattoos in exchange for next to nothing, and she would get her hair done for next to nothing. So doing that is always
It's a great way to find
really great
someone
way.
in your area that they're going to have, a similar type of clientele that you're looking for, but they're not going to be direct competition for you.
course.
So that is the best way that I market myself, because I didn't even have social media.
Right.
Literally,
now
until
you can use the social media to
Yes,
barter.
now
can
you need
find that as well,
a
but-
social media, but I didn't even have one when I first started my business, and I built pretty much by word of mouth and just by getting extensions in the right people,
smart.
Mm-hmm.
and I let them be walking billboards for me.
That's smart.
Yeah. Now, speaking of social media, when you guys sign up and complete your certification, we want to make sure you have all the tools that you need to be successful.
Yes.
So with both DC and NSG, we've actually curated a professionally arranged media library that you guys will have access to, and you can download this content, customize it, and post on your social media to kind of get it out there that you offer this service.
Right.
Because we all know when you're starting out with something new, you're not going to have that clientele right off the bat to be able to, get content and attract more people. So we went a step further and put that together for you guys.
Absolutely. Marlys, people are asking about a payment plan. Is that something
Yes,
that
so-
is able to be done?
100%. So, because the great thing with the payment plan is you can break it up over, I believe it's 5 payments. And so you can start making money before and have a client in your chair before you've even paid it off. Very soon at the very beginning. I wish when I signed up like 13 years ago, they'd had this option back then. But, for the online hands-on DC or NSG, you can completely sign up for the payment plans.
Now, Esteban Torres, he is asking over there, can you go through the cleaning process and what you're doing step by step?
So I'm not going to go through it totally step by step. I'll kind of give you the gist. We, in all of our classes, both hands-on and online, we break it down step by step in depth, the entire process.
But it's going to give you a little highlight.
Yeah, so I went in with our release solvent that's designed to remove the system from the scalp and remove the tape from the system and the tape from the scalp. After that, I went in with our amber solvent just to break up the residue that was left there. And then went in with our shampoo cleanse. It's kind of like a lightly granulated shampoo, kind of helps buff the rest of that stuff off the scalp.
Okay.
And then we're just about ready to go to the shampoo chair to complete the cleansing process on his scalp. And then I'm going to take his system over to the sink to get that clean. Now, what's really cool, he comes in fairly frequently for his maintenance.
Let's zoom in on this. Yeah.
So I want you guys to, Bernie, go ahead and get nice and close here. When the system is maintained frequently and then it's removed, there's next to no residue left on the system, which is going to make for a very clean and simple cleanup. Now, the less work that I have to put into cleaning his system, the less stress on the system, which means that it is going to last even longer. So that's why the importance of maintenance and having the correct maintenance schedule is very important. So again, I'm just going in, getting his scalp cleansed up the rest of the way.
And one of the things that's important to note with, especially with lace systems, if they go too long and they let it break down too much, that adhesive can come up through the lace.
Ooh, got another sign up.
That's money,
sign-ups.
money. That's someone signing up to make some money and change their life. But it can seep up and seep through, and that means you're going to have to clean it harder. You're going to have to be a little bit more aggressive trying to get that in between.
Okay.
So that's why it's so important whether...
Because they literally ask how often is the maintenance.
Yes, it's so important whether with DC or NSG, you have to make sure your clients are willing to stick to that maintenance schedule, because that is going to make sure that their natural hair is safe, and that's going to make sure that their system or their extensions are going to last. Absolutely, that longevity.
And to the how often is the maintenance, so that really varies client to client.
How active they are?
It's going to vary on their
chemistry,
application method, how active they are. It'll even come down to where they live. Like if they're in a cooler climate, they're going to be able to wear it a little bit longer. If they're in a hot, humid place like
summer?
like here, then it's going to need to be maintenance more frequently. But anywhere from 1 to 5 weeks.
Yeah.
And then the system itself, with proper maintenance, on average is going to last, about 6 months, but it's not uncommon for it to last double, even triple that. We've seen some last well past 1.5 years.
Oh, yeah.
So with proper home care and proper maintenance.
We had one the other day. His lasted 18 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that the longest?
Yeah, him and Kelly are the two longest with 15 and 18 months. So with, if it's taken care of, it can definitely last.
And the maintenance was a big part of that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, they come in like clockwork. And when it comes about with the maintenance with NSG, I mean, we'll just be, completely honest. I don't think it's anything bad. Women can tend to go just a little bit longer than the men because we don't tend to sweat as much, especially like on our forehead and brow, but men tend to sweat more there. We tend to sweat more down the back of our neck because we got all this hair down our back, but they tend to sweat more in the forehead. So sometimes they might need to come in just a little bit more frequently, but a lot of our women get 4 to 5 weeks.
Okay. And now, where are you at, Marlys, in this
I am in my little sewing process. I'm a little over halfway done. And so she's had these extensions on for a little bit. And so next time what we're going to do is we're probably going to, because the hair's still pretty good, it's just gotten shorter. A lot of times with extensions.
Shedding out?
Yeah, not really shedding. It's just over time because it doesn't grow from your scalp. It's not connected to that life hair. So even though the extensions may still feel good, they've gotten shorter over time from wearing them. So sometimes what some clients may do, especially like if you're working within a client's budget, is you can, the bottom half of their head, do new extensions and then take what was their length and move that up to layers. Because a lot of, there goes another sale. That's
another sale. That's big money.
And so that way they're able to extend that longevity and just kind of use those hair that is still good as layers.
That's a great idea. Instead of getting rid of that, to use that.
Exactly. So we're going to use her layering pieces. So she's going to buy some new next time, but we're going to stretch these another time, just get a little bit more life out of them and keep that volume going. But next time, going for the minties.
Yeah.
Marlys, another question, because we've spoke about this before. Everyone wants to get the t-shirts, but how does that happen? And don't you have to be kind of lucky to get the t-shirts? You don't just get them, right? How does that work? Josh, Marlys?
We've had a lot of requests for
Yes.
it. It is talk about us trying to make these more readily available to everybody.
Okay.
So these were more so just kind of done for employees. But we've had so many requests. I think we're going to have
know,
to,
every time
when
we do.
people ask, that squeaky wheel gets the oil. So I think we're going to have to like hear their call. Because I think that this is the third live in a row they've been like, hey,
asking.
Yeah.
we want the
Saying, okay,
shirts.
whatever.
We want the shirts.
Right.
Josh, also people are saying about being able to do both. Like, talk about the importance of being able to do NSG and DreamCatchers and how much more money it puts in your pocket by doing that.
So one, these are both the highest profiting services in the industry. And we all know that we're in the service industry, and the more services that we offer, the more money we're going to make.
Absolutely.
And when you offer, once you start offering extensions, you're going to see your income go through the roof. Then you start adding NSG, and you're taking yourself into an entire different, I wouldn't even say into an entire different world. You're taking yourself into an entire different universe. It's crazy. And not only is it, beneficial, like monetary wise, offering both of these services, but it's so rewarding. For me, that's one of the best parts is, especially with NSG, what you can do for your clients that are sitting in your chair. When you can offer a good haircut and a good color and all of that, that's all great. But when you can truly change someone's life with NSG, it's totally different, because you're giving them something that they've lacked for so long and that they didn't think that anyone could give them. You're restoring their confidence, you're improving their self-image. And when you do that, you gain a client for life. Like, you gave them something no one else could. They're not going to go anywhere. They are going to follow you no matter where you go.
Oh, yeah.
And then same with extensions, especially if you have a client that's lacking that fullness or that length that they want. Once you, give them that result that they've been looking for, and they finally look at themselves in the mirror and they're like, feeling like
A whole new person.
yeah,
The whole reason I got into extensions is because, in beauty school, I said, I'm going to do extensions full time. That was literally my goal when I went to beauty school.
And why was that?
Because I didn't have no hair. My hair was so thin, I just thought, there's no way. I always wanted thick hair.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not going to be able to have this without it. It's just not possible. And this was back in the day when extensions were not as popular as what they are now. There was not as many company options, but I knew it was what I wanted to do. And after 2 years in the industry, I was apprenticing, learning cuts and colors and doing all that stuff and learning how to do amazing blow dries. But, my heart's desire was always extensions, and I almost quit the business. I could not find a salon that I was feeling warm and welcome in. I could not find quite what I love to do. I loved coloring cuts, but I knew it wasn't what I wanted to do. And then I met the lady who trained me how to do extensions. And we did children who had lost their hair to cancer. We did women with some of the most severe alopecia. I wish I had had this 13, 14, 15 years ago. That would have been amazing if I'd had something like this, because we were having to get real creative trying to give people back their hair. But I had experiences where we got to cry with style, with our clients, and just really, it really does give you opportunity to change lives, but it also changed mine. It allowed me to provide for my children. It allowed me to, create a home that I wanted and be able to do a lot of the cool things that I've been able to do. So
Josh, can you, jump on that and what it's done for you as well?
I mean, so a little backstory. I started with DreamCatchers 4 years ago. Started as an influencer, and then worked up, became an educator, and then they were talking about this thing that they were putting together called NSG, and I was like, hey, I always wore hats and beanies. Even my clientele in Florida when I was still living there didn't know I was bald. I took off my beanie and said, if you guys need a model for that, I'd love to be part of it. So I became a model for NSG, and then right away I ended up telling the CEO of the company, I said, I need to be more of a part of this. This changed my life in a way that I was not expecting, and I need to I need to be part of that.
Yep.
And I mean, it gave me the confidence that I lacked for so long. I mean, living in Florida, I was always getting invited out on boats or to pool parties and stuff like that. And
you wouldn't go.
I wouldn't go.
Yeah.
And I would just be like, no, I don't feel good. And no, not today. But the reality was because I didn't want to have to take off my hat or people to see me bald. And I know, like, now I know, like, people wouldn't care.
No.
They're not looking at you about that. But in my head, it really affected
It was insecurity,
me.
yeah.
A major insecurity. So it's really amazing that, you know, there's something out there that's, you know, so amazing like NSG that it's truly so life-changing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, I wanted to answer this one question. I saw. Woo! There we go.
Ooh, another
Got the
life-changing sign up.
Someone said, are we going to be doing hands-on during the Orlando show? We will be doing models live on stage, but we are actually going to be hosting an NSG class the weekend after when we were at Premiere Orlando. If you come to Premiere Orlando, please come see us.
Yeah.
Come check out our booth. We're going to have DC and NSG at Premiere
both going
Orlando.
on.
It's going to be so fun.
Yeah, we're going to have both.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to let you wrap up with what you're doing, Marlys. I'm going to go off camera, get his scalp and his
Perfect.
system cleaned up. And then when
That'll
we
be
come
just in
back,
time
we'll
for our
get
next
into
segment.
laying his
Great.
system down.
sounds good.
You can come on over with me.
And also, Marlys, people are asking, of course, we have across the country viewing us right now. What are some of the cities? I mean, y'all go everywhere.
Oh,
so...
we go everywhere. I mean, you can literally go on to the site and you can just pick your state, and we've got them all over the place.
And always adding, correct?
Always adding. If you don't see one in your area, one of the things you want to do is there's a request form on the site.
Okay.
So
You can fill that out and let them know.
absolutely, you can be like,
Okay.
hey, I want one in my area, stuff like that. So, hey, Bernie, come and zoom in real quick. I want to show something. So one of the things I always do after doing my extensions is because anytime when you're sewing down, you could easily pick up some loose kind of random hairs. So I go through with my needle afterwards, and I just kind of see those hairs that I picked up, and I just kind of pick those right on out.
'Cause look how clean that is. Clean line.
Yep, I have,
You're meticulous.
I have
I
a
love
touch of the OCD.
That's a good thing.
I'm that person with all my labels. I like them to face forward. I'm a weirdo. But it helps me very much in my job because I'm
It's
very
important.
meticulous about clean applications. So, because it's like a house, if your foundation is not clean, it's going to crumble and it's going to fall apart. And so, if you don't do a clean row all the way, then it's going to come apart, because then how can they do good maintenance at home? I always say with any service that you do, whether it's DC or NSG, it is a partnership between you, the stylist, and your client. You both have to do the part. I could do the most bomb-ass install, and if they go home and they don't take care of
Right.
it properly,
The
it's going to
maintenance
fall
is very
apart.
important. Yeah.
But, and same thing with NSG, if they don't go home and take care of it. But same point, if I do a bad install, doesn't matter how perfect they take care of it, it's not going to last properly.
Absolutely.
And so it's very important that you educate your clients on how to take care of it properly, and make sure they're coming back for that maintenance that we talk about a lot of the times.
And then what step will we go through next?
So now that I've got this row done, I'm just making sure that I've got all that shedded hair out, any of those little hairs that might have just gotten caught in the threads, just kind of combing those out. And then I'm gonna let all this down, and then we can show you what an 8-week grow out looks like.
Yeah, we can zoom in on that. 8
Oh,
week.
someone used my pop socket trick for the threaders. Is that not amazing, Angel? One day I looked at this thing, I was like, this thing would be fantastic for holding the threaders. So I put in our cabinet a bunch of pop sockets, and
Explain what you do.
so we give away free pop sockets in our kit.
Yes.
And so I took the pop sockets and I stuck it on the inside of my cabinet, and then I hung these
Cute.
over the pop socket.
It's perfect.
I'm all about work smarter, not harder.
So this
So-
is 8 weeks.
Yes, so you can
Okay.
see right here, this is an 8-week grow up. Grow up.
And is that about
We're gonna
normal,
move it back up.
Marlys?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
about normal, because we grow on average about ½ an inch a month. And so you can see here, her hair looks healthy. I don't see any bald spots, nothing like that, so that's good. She's got a good density to her. So
Perfect.
I'm gonna go ahead and get this removed. And it looks
And
like
yeah, we're
need
going to
go
go to commercial. So we will be right back with more NSG and Dreamcatchers, so don't go away.
We all know not everyone working behind the chair is a social media specialist, and it can be so intimidating offering a new service without a way to properly market yourself or your salon.
So DreamCatchers and NSG have compiled an amazing eye-catching media library for all of our certified stylists to use in order to engage future clients and boost your business.
No more stressing about whether your content is up to par or spending hours trying to edit the perfect video when you could be focused on other aspects of your career.
We want to share the unique creative work that we've put together over the years in order to connect our stylists and barbers, showcasing high quality media on top of high quality hair.
Our media libraries have a multitude of content to choose from. You can post announcements about the new service you're providing, samples of looks done with 100% Remy Human hair you have access to, and so much more.
When you complete a course through DC or NSG, these videos become available to you instantly.
So you can post them to your social media and start making money right away.
This service is one of a kind and just another reason as why you should get certified as a hair extension artist through DreamCatchers and a hair replacement expert through NSG.
Join the tens of thousands of other stylists and barbers certified with us and find out why we're considered the best in the industry.
Welcome back to NSG and DreamCatchers Live, and we're now going to give away some nice prizes because all y'all have been asking so many great questions, and we're going to reward you for that right now.
Yes.
Marlys, what do we have first?
So first we have the Babyless Pro Acrylic Iron. I love this thing. It's got an extra long barrel, which is great for extensions. My sister-in-law recently finally bought one of these, and she was like, "Oh my God, this is the best thing ever." I'm like, "I know, it's amazing." So this is going to go to, from YouTube, Shelly Robin. Congratulations. Now you need to send an email with your name, address, phone number, right? To socialmedia@dreamcatchers.com. So again, that's Shelly Robin.
And Josh, what do we have next?
So next up, we have another YouTube viewer. This is Alicia Bryant Mays, and you are getting a Babyless Nano Titanium flat iron. And this is an amazing flat iron. I absolutely love this. We use these pretty much every day behind the chair, as well as that curling iron. So super excited for you. So again, make sure you send your name, your address, and phone number to socialmedia@dreamcatchers.com.
They're going to get to see us use some of these products a little bit later.
Yes.
And lastly, we've got one more prize. Marlys, what do we got?
Yes. Another phenomenal Babyless
Oh,
product.
I love this.
This blow dryer
And I love it
is
because you can travel with it.
amazing. Yes. And the cool thing I really like about this too is it has an attachment that actually has a comb on it. So that way when you're drying your hair, it's kind of smoothing it at the same time versus just the air director. That's one of my favorite things I love about it. It's lightweight, which is fantastic.
And who's the winner?
So this is from Facebook. Ami Patel, congratulations. Again, they need to email socialmedia@dreamcatchers.com.
Don't forget the S at the end of Dreamcatchers.
Yes, Dreamcatchers.
Dreamcatchers. So make sure though that you are following us and subscribing on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, because we want to see, and tag us because we want to see all the great work that y'all are doing.
Absolutely.
So let's go head back over to our
Well,
stations. Well, you're not.
before we go back over there, Marlys, you can go ahead and go.
Okay, fine.
I want to show something off to everyone.
We're going to go get into the kit?
Yes.
Okay, this is exciting.
So, Bernie, I want you to get nice and close over here.
Really get in here with
We're going to show everyone this amazing kit that you get when you sign up, not only for our hands-on, but online. Whatever class you sign up for, you will get this amazing kit. Not only do you get this kit, but you get a mannequin head as well, and a rolling cart that this attaches to, which is really cool for going in and out of class,
Absolutely.
in and out of the salon, or even doing concierge services at clients' homes as well. So when we open this up, we have a lot of stuff in here. So right off the bat, we have our NSG manual, or you know what I like to call this? Yes, the Bible of hair replacement.
This is everything you need to know.
This is packed with so much amazing information. You also get your training system. So in every kit, you're going to have a poly training system. You have your swatch ring that has all of our colors and gray blends available. Your limited effects Babyless Pro trimmers, which are amazing. These are really, really nice.
You said you love these ones.
I do.
You always brag about those, yep.
I'm not going to show everything in here yet. Another thing that we have in here is this awesome toolkit. This has your NSG scissors, texture shears, a feather blade handle, and your tweezers. You're going to use these a lot in your installs. You've got a lot more things up here. You've got a NSG cutting cape, which is really cool. And then down here, you've got all of your liquids, adhesives, tapes, all of that. So
We're not going to show everything. We have some secrets, some surprises.
Yeah,
but...
you guys will get to see every single detail of this kit when you sign up for our class. Again, whether that's hands-on or online. So I'm going to let Marlys take back over.
But also, Josh, what's coming up later in the show? We're going to announce some winners.
So later on, I mean, we have, more prizes to give away, but also, go ahead and slide over just a little bit. If you guys see here, we have these amazing trophies right here. So we have our first, second, and third place winners of the Battle of the Strands. We're going to be announcing that towards the end of the show. So if you guys are watching, don't go anywhere, because if you do, you're going to miss your chance of hearing your name being announced. So super excited. And the work that was put into each of these entrants is amazing. So yeah, it's a very exciting night.
All right, so we're going to go back over to the stations, right?
And I'm going to go finish cleaning Dustin's system.
Okay, perfect. Marla, so we're going to come to you so you can elaborate more on where we left off before the break.
So I am taking these out. Now, whoever installed these in last, they put like an extra thread. So I'm just having to take a little bit more time making sure I get this out and I'm not pulling on her hair at all. Now we got it out. I saw that someone asked, I'm a lefty. Do they have lefty shears?
You're a lefty.
I am a lefty. So here's the thing. All of our shears that come in the kit, they're not meant for cutting hair. They are meant for cutting things like the threads. And so even as a lefty, I'm still able to use these. I don't like these ones, though. These are my favorites. We all have our favorites of stuff. But I just use the scissors a little bit differently because, being a lefty in a right-handed world, you have to learn to adapt sometimes. And so it works just fine for doing these, just like if you were using, any scissors anywhere else. And so I'm just kind of removing the thread off right now. But I'd never recommend cutting hair with these. They're not what they're meant for.
Okay. Marla, someone asked, right now Josh is working on the system back there, washing it. They asked, do you shave? Do you always have to shave the head before placing the system on?
Yeah. We get asked that question a lot. So if you ever had somebody who wanted to do a trial and say they're just like, I don't want to take it, shave it off yet. I'm not ready for it. You can put it on without. You kind of have to use like certain products to kind of slick all their hair down, but it is not going to last.
Okay.
It is only going to give them maybe 4 to 5 days because you kind of have to almost like plaster their hair down with like, got to be glued, some of those hard freezing hairspray products. But yeah, it doesn't last. It's more of a trial. But what happens when you shave the head down, and you never want to use a foiler nor a razor because that takes it down too close and you could potentially nick their skin.
Okay.
And so you want to use just a trimmer and just gently take it down. But the benefit of having that stubble for it to attach to is that stubble goes into the adhesive and it actually holds
it better. Okay.
Yeah, it gives it some whoop.
Ooh,
there's another sale.
That's another sign up. That's good. So I'm going to make you money changing lives.
Oh yeah. So that way it gives them a little bit of grip and allows it to just stay in their good. That's when they're going to get more of that longevity if they have that little bit of stubble.
And you say you get that question asked a lot. Is that because some people do not want to have to shave their head down yet? Or what is the reasoning why people would want to keep that?
That's always a hard thing for anybody. I remember when Kelly, I will never, it's one of those moments I will never forget in my career. And she was terrified. But her hair was so thin you could see through to her scalp. And so it's like, there's no point in holding on to this if it's only going to make this not last. Okay. So what we did was we said, hey, you know what? We're going to turn you away from the mirror. We're not going to let you see yourself with your head shaved. We're going to take care of everything. And we will not turn you around until you're done. And when we did, then she knew what she's going to look like when she leaves out the door. And the power of that, now she'll walk all around this office without her hair on. She doesn't care because she knows what she looks like when she leaves. So now she's no longer afraid of shaving it. It's really about having that compassion with them and being able to, walk them through it like, it's okay. I know it's a scary thing, but you are not the only one that's dealing with, going through this. And I'm going to do whatever I can to make you comfortable throughout this.
Absolutely.
So so that's just kind of a big point about it.
Okay, so where are we at now? Going back to the DreamCatchers.
Yes. So basically, I'm removing all the old thread. You never want to keep any of the prior thread on there. You always want to make sure you're starting with a good canvas and nice and clean. And then I'm going to comb this up and I'm going to move it up. So for this refusion, I went up about maybe about half an inch.
Okay.
Around about that. And so that keeps it just on fresh hair. That way we don't get traction alopecia, because extensions had a bad rap for a long time that, oh, it causes damage. Well, the only way the extension causes damage is, one, if they're not installed properly.
I was going to say bad install.
Bad install, or bad home care. Again, comes down to that partnership between the two. Because I've had clients, I've done amazing installs, and I come back and I'm like, what happened? I had one, I'm about to put her business all up out there. She kept having hair missing from this one spot over and over again. And I'm like, what are you doing? And I'm talking ripped out from the roots.
And what was it?
That was her husband's spot. And I was like, and I cut her husband's hair, and I said, no.
Do not touch their hair anymore.
No, you can't pull a little section. You have to hold all of the hair. I was like, don't do that. So even sometimes your education's got to go a little deep for your clients to make sure that they don't damage it. But taking care of those things, making sure you're not always keeping it on the same hair, that you're moving it slightly, because that hair needs a rest. It needs a break from time to time. And
that's important. Using it to, okay.
Kendra said, I have clients to do the same thing. Yes, we all know if you're a hairstylist and you do extensions, I guarantee you've at least once had it happen to where you're like, whoa, what is this? So, but making sure that you also take the appropriate amount of hair for their density and how much weight that you are putting on. You don't want to take somebody that has very, very fine hair and put too much weight on. I remember I dealt with a client one time that she had horrible traction alopecia. She came in and she had gone to someone that was putting eye tips in that were 2 grams on her baby fine hair. 2 grams per extension. That's too much. Even our 24 inches are only 1 gram. And so that much weight is too heavy on the hair, and it was ripping her hair up bald. And so making sure that you have that proper education and knowing what density to choose is so important.
Marlys, they ask, is a Dreamcatcher the braidless sew-in?
I'm sorry, what did it say? Oh, it is a braidless sew-in. So it's basically you use cylinders instead. My very first sew-in, like back in the 90s, I'm aging myself right here. I had a braided sew-in. And for very fine hair, like mine, that's not a very good method. It's also very bulky. Okay. So this takes a lot of the bulk out. And you can do this on any texture. You can do this on straight. You can do this. I've done it on, tight curly hair as well. So you're not limited on who you can do it on. So braided sew-ins work great and amazing, but it's just evolution.
Technique, right?
It's evolution, yeah. So
I'm going to leave you for a minute, Marlys, because Josh is back, and there were questions that Marlys answered in regards to having the system on a shaved head, trimmed, I should say, rather than not, right, Josh? That it's going to stay better.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I know you didn't hear me. Someone had asked earlier about, do they have to shave the head for it to, or can they leave it? And Marlys had said, if you want a better install for the system, it is best to have it trimmed.
Yeah. So I mean, if you put a system down right on top of a client's natural hair, you may, it may stick for a day, maybe 2 if they're lucky, but then it's going to want to start to shift around because you have adhesive on top of their hair, so it's going to start to get some shift. When that happens, it's going to feel like it's not in place because it's not. 2, it's going to start pulling at their hair, which is going to be very, very uncomfortable. So it's always recommended to just shave down the scalp. And in the classes, we like kind of give you guys advice on how to have that difficult conversation with your clients, because it is something that you have to do. So you want to make sure that you explain that to your clients, beforehand. So we kind of walk you through and explain how to go about having that conversation.
And Marla said she turned around her clients; they weren't watching in the mirror, so that it wasn't as.
That's always a great thing to do, especially with first-time clients. Once they have their system, and then they come in for their maintenance, like Dustin is here, they're going to be a little more comfortable because they know what they're going to look like, in an hour when their hair is, looking good.
Now, another question, I know who wants to take this, Marlys or Josh. Someone said, what would they charge a client in regards to NSG or Dreamcatchers? How should they figure out how to charge? Because it is somewhat individual, right? So how would you you suggest they go about that?
So we do go over pricing a lot in the class.
Okay.
But it really depends a lot on your demographic, your area, your expertise in regards to those. Usually we say whatever the cost of, a lot of times a good rule of thumb is if whatever the hair costs you, you double that cost for the client. Because that way it covers your shipping charges.
Right.
It covers, your extra products, all those type of things. So usually, it's usually around double. That's just a good starting point.
Okay,
But
great.
we go over how
More
to
of that in
price
classes, yep.
very deep in classes, how to price for adjustments, how to price for refusions, all those different type of things.
And that's a good time to chime in because we haven't done it this segment, pricing in general for the kits. Can you go over that?
Yes. So for DC, it is $4.99 for the online, which you could do at your own pace. It is $6.99 for hands-on, but we're offering 5% off of tonight.
That's why this live is so important.
Absolutely. And we have payment plans available as well. And then for NSG, it is $9.99 for hands-on normally. I'm sorry, for online, correction. $14.99 for hands-on,
Okay.
5% off tonight. And again, they can take advantage of those payment plan options and you can start making money before you even pay it off. Because a lot of times if I feel like from talking to so many stylists sometimes, a lot of times they're either getting it for one or two reasons. They want to start to build that clientele or they already have someone interested.
Right, and there you go.
And so if you already have someone interested, then you can go ahead and sign up for that class, go ahead and do those payment plan options, get that client in once you complete your certification, and you can already start making money before you've even paid it off.
And that's why it's so important, Marv, to be able to offer, well, yes, I have Dreamcatchers, but I'm also offering NSG.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It opens up, right, your clientele and more money you're going to make.
For sure. And like I said earlier, for anyone that missed it, we're all in the service industry. So we know that the more services that we offer, the more money we're going to make, right? So, when you're offering like cuts and color and stuff like that, and then you start offering extensions or you start offering NSG, it's just going to increase your revenue significantly. So, once you've added NSG or extensions, I always recommend going in and, getting cross-certified because, you may have if for example, if you're a barber, okay, and you have a client that comes in and does this, he may have a wife that wants extensions.
Right.
Well,
There you go.
if you're certified in that, now you can also offer that for her, bringing in more
Both.
money.
Yep.
Or if you're a stylist, say that, extensions is your thing and color is your thing. You're already certified in extensions. You're killing it behind the chair with extensions. But maybe her husband or her boyfriend or her brother or her friend is dealing with hair loss. And,
And
now
that's the way
you'll
you
be
get the
able
word
to
of
offer.
mouth going.
Oh, 100%.
Absolutely.
I saw someone asked, is there payment plans available for the clients? Not through us. We only work directly for you, the stylist. We don't do direct to consumer with that. So, but I do know a lot of stylists, even Dorothy, who's in the chat answering questions tonight.
Hi, Dorothy.
Hi, Dorothy.
Hey, Dorothy. We
she
love
has,
you.
She has payment plans available at her salon.
Oh, does she? Okay.
Yeah,
so
she
it depends
has
on your
different-
salon or individual.
Yes, Dorothy can tell you all
stylist.
about it. Like Dorothy does package deals at her salon, and so she has packages based off of the gram weight. And so if they want, I don't know what her packages are called, but like if they want the princess package,
And what
that
all
one might
includes,
have between
right.
125 to 150 grams, and then the next one, the court royal package or whatever. So it goes up based off of how many grams of packages. So there's so many different things that you can do, but it's easy to get your salon set up to where you can even offer payment plans available for your clientele.
That's great. And people think y'all are so amazing that they want to know how they could become an educator. Marlys, how can they become an educator like y'all?
So if you're interested in becoming an educator, you can email us at education@dreamcatchers.com or education@nsghair.com. Basically just kind of tell us a little bit about yourself, give us your social media handles so we can go check out your work, let us know how long you've been in the industry and experience, things like that. You of course must be certified, so if you're not certified,
Yes,
you can't be an educator and everything. So, yes.
And that gives a good time to talk about on social. Make sure that you follow us, subscribe on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Am I missing anything?
TikTok.
TikTok.
I think we're even on Pinterest.
Pinterest, okay.
All of the above.
All of it. And make sure to tag us, to show us the great work you're doing. Follow us, all that good stuff, so you can be in on all the special things going on here at DreamCatchers and NSG. So, Josh, now what is about to happen?
So I just applied the tape to Dustin's scalp. I'm going to apply the tape to the front hairline of his system, and then we will be laying his system down.
Okay.
Before I go in and do that, I'm just going to kind of clean up through here just a little bit because he's gotten a little long and heavy. He does like that kind of more mullet kind of hairstyle.
Okay.
I may or may not also be a fan of that hairstyle.
Is that a yes or a no?
Oh,
It's
definitely.
such a cool style, though.
It really is. So I'm just going to kind of like clean that up a little bit before I go in and lay his system down. But before I do that, I'm going to get his hairline taped.
Okay. Then we're going to go back over to you, Marlys.
Ooh,
Do you
so
have a
I
question
saw
you want?
somebody said something back. Can you guys come to us to teach? They have a spot. If you are interested in being a host salon, you can email us at that education at NSG Hair or DreamCatchers, education at dreamcatchers.com. Lord, that just went through my head. And let us know. And what we can do is we can send you a form that's kind of an application to be a host. But yes, we can absolutely, if you have a spot, we can either host a private class if you have enough people. You can say, hey, I'm willing to open to the public. And you can make some money if you're a host salon.
Really? Okay.
Yes, you can make some money if you want to do that. So absolutely, we can send an educator out and get them trained.
Perfect. Let's zoom in on what Marlys is doing because and there is someone
got
else changing
another
lives,
sign up.
making some more money, and just a sign up as well. So we want to show, because you're so meticulous, Marlys, on how you do this, which I love. So let's kind of go through what you're doing now that we have a nice close up.
So I've kind of determined with her density, I definitely don't want to go through too deep. With some, you have to go a little bit more. But the way you can always tell if you have too much or too little hair. So like say if I took this section just a little bit deeper. And one of my keys to having a clean section is hairspray. So say I know this is the width I want to take, but I took this one just a little bit deeper. The way I know if it's too much is if I'm pulling this through. See how I can't pull it? That's too much hair. And now I was able to barely kind of force it. But that's still just a little bit too much.
Okay.
So, but if you have too little and the cylinder falls away, then that's not enough hair. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shave down just that little bitty bit. Because it should be able to move and stay up there at the top, but it shouldn't be so tight that it's pulling tension on that hair that's in the cylinder. Kind of made a little bit of a mess there. And you also want to make sure, I always take the time to make sure I don't have any flyaways. So you'll see me take a minute sometimes and adjust my cylinder because I want to make sure that everything is nice and clear. Now, normally you always want to stand. Body position is very important. You would want to stand right in front of it. I've just kind of learned over time how to kind of stay out of the way. But you want to slide it right up, make sure it's underneath. You don't want to pull it too tight. You want to see how it's kind of pulling that hair there?
Right.
You don't want that. You want it to be nice and loose enough to where if I flip this up, it's not causing her any pain. It should have movement. It should rest just a little bit underneath the section, not on the section. You should never see elevation with them poking out like this. That doesn't feel good to the client. Because that's one thing I've learned over the years too, to keep yourself very busy with doing extensions, is if you do a comfortable install, they will keep coming back.
Yes.
If it hurts, they won't.
That's it. Yeah.
They'll stop coming because no matter how good it looks, if it's painful, who wants to be in pain every day? That is not something someone
And
wants
there's
to
not
do.
even pain when you did mine. There wasn't even pain that night. I'm used to having pain when I put my head down on the pillow.
Yes.
You know, and there's no pain. And I can also wear my hair up, which I think sometimes you're thinking you can't, right? Because it's so restrictive. But with your install, it's, you can do it all.
I think one of the greatest compliments I ever had was, and Dorothy was teaching this class, it was like a refresher class for educators. And the other educator that was with her, we were doing hands-on and going through and showing them we still had these skills. And she was like, your install, she said, of course it's perfect. She said, your install is the most comfortable one I've ever had in my life. And she was
absolutely.
hitting it. I was like, oh,
Yeah, same. I can agree to
that
that.
was so special.
There is one other question. I haven't seen this question before. What is the difference in, or your thoughts, I should say, insight on an install on wet hair or dry hair?
Okay, so Dorothy and I, every time we see someone say this, we're like, oh, no. If you use just a slight little mist of water to tame flyaway hairs, that is okay. But you don't want to do it on wet hair.
And why?
Because what does wet hair do when it dries? It expands.
Yeah.
It also, you are trapping moisture underneath that cylinder.
Okay.
And you don't want to ever trap moisture. So it's best to do it on dry hair. I instead use hairspray to control. You can also, now that they make the little misters, you can hold back and do a slight mist and maybe do it at best maybe damp, but you do not want to do it on wet hair. It's not safe for their natural hair or the extensions.
Good. Okay.
So because as it dries and expands, it puts tension where you've closed that cylinder around, and it can potentially break their natural hair.
Oh, okay. That was a good question then, because I didn't know that.
Yes, we see it. We see it a lot sometimes, and every time we're like, no, not wet, damp.
All right, Josh, what do we have now? You're cutting a little bit.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of texturizing his perimeter area here. That way when I lay down his system, we get a nice blend. But I'm not doing much down here, because again, he likes to have this length.
Okay.
We're going for that kind of more kind of alternative mullet kind of look.
Okay.
So I just went through and I just kind of cleaned this up just a little bit on the sides.
Okay.
And now I'm going to remove the rest of our tape tabs here.
Over here. Okay.
And then you guys are going to get to see Dustin's
You want to show
whole
here?
look change before your eyes. So yeah, go ahead and get nice and
You
close
want to
right
show
over here. So you guys can see I've gone in and I placed that tape right at that front hairline. And again, in all of our classes, you guys are going to learn how to do this, multiple different methods of doing the front hairline. So now that I have that, it's time to lay his hair down. So Dustin, I'm going to have you take your head back just a little bit. I'm going to start right here in the center front. Place that down. Now, you know what's really cool? So just like how I said that, I'm not only a NSG stylist, but I'm also a client. Dustin is not only an NSG client, but he is also an NSG stylist.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Yeah,
okay.
so he actually came to us, starting out with us as a client, and loved it so much.
Like you.
Yeah, that he ended up coming to our class. And Dustin also is cross certified. Right, Dustin?
Yes.
So he's certified in both DC and NSG. So maximizing his earning potential behind the chair. All right, and just like that, we've got his system laid down. Dustin, I'm gonna have you hold down on those sides for me. We're gonna do our final press down just to make sure everything is sealed down, nice and secure. That way he gets the most successful adhesion and bond. And then with that,
voila,
we are ready to go in to our style, which we will be doing at the start of hour 2.
on the break.
Can you believe that's already 1 hour down?
Yeah.
Seriously,
Look how
always
natural
goes
that looks,
so fat.
All right, we will be back here at DreamCatchers and NSG. And make sure again to go to our socials, DreamCatchers NSG, and tag us and follow us. We'll be back.
It is a well-established fact that we are in the service industry. And the more services you offer, the more revenue you can make. So why limit yourself to only one specialty? Take on the opportunity of a lifetime by signing up for expert education from both DreamCatchers and NSG.
You are guaranteed to flourish in your career with having certifications in both hair extensions and non-surgical hair replacement. With DreamCatchers and NSG, you will receive top-tier education at a price you simply can't beat.
If you're already a part of the DreamCatchers or NSG family, you have the opportunity to be cross-certified with a 5% discount. We are dedicated to creating a product and service that allows all of our barber and stylists to thrive with the highest paid services in the industry. Our team has worked tirelessly to curate the ideal flow of learning, and whether you're taking a course in extensions or learning the wonders of non-surgical hair replacement, you're on track to gaining the most comprehensive knowledge available.
Head to nsghair.com today and sign up for one of our amazing courses that you can take either in person or online from the comfort of your own home. Adding the service behind your chair will bring in constant clientele, and just imagine the income you can bring in by also being a certified DreamCatcher stylist on top of that.
To get certified to work with the world's best hair extensions, head to dreamcatchers.com and either learn with us in person or via our online course at your own pace. You can create instant, life-changing profit for yourself and your business by completing both classes and providing your clients with services that will enhance their looks and keep your salon busy all year round.
Welcome back to NSG and Dreamcatchers Live. We're going to give you some prizes for listening and watching. And now, what do we got for you?
So we have 3 more prize giveaways. So the first one, this is going to a YouTube viewer, Michelle Jones. You are getting the Joico K-Pack shampoo and conditioner set. I absolutely love these. This is really great also to use not only on hair extensions, but also on NSG as well. Very hydrating, moisturizing, nourishing. So you are getting that. Make sure to send an email to social media at dreamcatchers.com with your name, email, and your name, address, and phone number.
Just because you want to get the product, right? And
Next up, we have another YouTube viewer, Courtney B. And you are getting a pink pewter glam box.
Ooh,
this is full of all kinds of goodies. Hey, Marla, should I show them a little bit of what's inside?
I think you should give him a peek.
Yeah.
Just a little
I
peek.
just
I'm
like
not
the
going to go
name.
too much. Just like that. No, I'm kidding. So you've got some combs. You've got a holster. You've got some other accessories, some hairpins. So all kinds of really cool styling accessories and stuff like that.
I like that.
Yeah. So again, I'm just going to close this up real quick. This is going to Courtney B on YouTube. Make sure to send an email to social media at dreamcatchers.com with your name, address, and phone number.
And
then
our last prize.
up, we have an Instagram viewer. This is going to looksby_lish. And you are getting our last Babyliss curling iron of the evening. So again, looksby_lish from Instagram. You just won this awesome curling iron from Babyliss. And to all of you guys that have won up until now, congratulations. Make sure to send an email to social media at dreamcatchers.com. Send us your name, your address, and your phone number, and we'll get these bad boys shipped out to you.
So make sure to keep those questions coming. We'll answer them, and you may win a nice prize. And again, make sure to follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Tag us so we can see all your great work. And now we're going to get into our next segment. We're going to be doing some styling, right, Josh?
Yeah, we are.
So here we go.
So let's jump into it. So while Marlys is finishing up with her last row, you guys just saw that we just finished with Dustin's application. Now, Dustin, as you guys can see, does his haircut look a little familiar? No?
Yeah, just a little bit.
So he also likes to have some texture and kind of like a more tousled look to his hair. So I'm going to go in with just a little bit of a light cream and a little more water. I'm going to run that product through his hair, and then I'm going to use a diffuser. What that's going to do is it's going to kind of like softly add that texture in there without just blowing all of that hair just out.
Okay.
So again, I'm just going to
Someone said y'all are twinsies.
just a bit.
And one thing I wanted to ask Dustin, because he almost has a kind of the same story as you. He became a client and then a stylist. So I want to talk about your clients that you have now, Dustin, and how you've already paid this off and already reaping the benefits.
Yeah, I mean, I've only been certified not even a year yet, and the class has paid for itself with the one client. The cool thing about hair replacement is I haven't even really promoted it yet. But people are just seeking this stuff out. There's not a lot of people out here.
And you can attest that it changed your life.
Oh, 100%. Just like him, a lot of my clients didn't know what was going on. I feel like I jumped ahead of the game and made sure I shaved it off before it got too bad. But yeah, a lot of them don't even know I have the system on now until I tell them. So I mean, it's super realistic, and I teach hair color as well, and a lot of my classes, all of my classes, no one knows I have it, and these are like hairstylists I'm standing in front of, and they can't even tell.
It looks so real. And Josh, so you can add to that, right? That it's something that it's so easy, right? Because a lot of people aren't offering it yet. So you want to jump in now.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, and you know, especially being on social media, like we're constantly seeing all of these viral posts of like other people that are doing stuff like this. So it is out there. And clients will see that on social media, and then they're going to start looking for someone in their area that does it.
Right.
So people are going to come to you, especially like, I mean, Dustin said he hasn't even started really promoting this yet, and he's already getting people.
Well, here's the thing. So, you know, we do a lot of national advertising. I'm sure people have seen our ads. Dustin, have we not sent clients to you? Oh, yeah. We've literally been like, hey, yeah, we have been giving his number out because we've had people that call up here and they're looking for someone. And so we've actually sent clients to him. So that's the benefit too.
That database that you can say, hey, we
absolutely.
have certain...
We have people reaching out all the time
great.
looking for,
so you
for
do
somebody.
help being able to get these stylist clients.
100%.
That's fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Josh, someone asked, does the system itch?
No, it actually does not. You know, so that's one of the things that I always wondered before I got my first system is it going to be itchy? Is it going to feel like I have something like stuck to my scalp? And it really doesn't. It feels like there's nothing there. It feels like my own scalp. Even when I go like this and touch, you know, the base of my system, I don't feel like I'm touching something that's attached to my scalp. I feel like I'm touching my scalp,
right? Which
is really, really cool. So it's not itchy. I mean, and I don't even know it's there 99% of the time. The only time that I'm like, oh yeah, I have hair up there is when I look in the mirror or I go like this. Like it's not anything. It doesn't feel unnatural, which is really cool.
And one of the questions, Marlys and Josh, is the hair 100% real?
Absolutely. 100% full cuticle Remy hair.
Now, Marlys, why is it important that it's full cuticle?
Because if it's not full cuticle, imagine the shingles of a roof. They all lay down like this.
Right.
And if they're going different directions, they're just going to get caught and they're going to get tangled. That's when you see people will be walking and you'll suddenly see a matted mess on the back of their head. That is because the hair is not of a good enough quality to be able, and that's that full cuticle. And that's why it's so important, because if the cuticle is not intact, it's going to fall apart. And it's going to get knotted.
So what else can we expect from this segment of all the different styles? You're going to be working on different models.
Yeah, so I've got 2 more models, and I'm going to show you guys a couple different styles. So here we're showing something a little more kind of tousled, a little more alternative. Then we're going to have something that's, you know, a little more kind of faux hockey. And then after that, we've got another style that we're going to be doing that's kind of a little more kind of like coiffed up and over to the side.
Okay.
So showing you guys multiple different styles, showing how versatile NSG is when it comes to style. And it can be styled just like your own natural growing hair. You can blow dry it, as you guys see here. You can heat style it, all of that good stuff.
And Marlys, on the Dreamcatcher side, what can we expect for the styling?
So what I'm going to be doing for her is I'm just going to be throwing in kind of some like just light beachy waves. But I'm super excited because one for my next one is everybody always says, I can't wear my hair in a ponytail. Well, I'm going to show you how you can, because yes, you can. You just have to know how to do it properly. So that way you can hide the extensions, and that way also it doesn't damage the extensions. So
that's important.
I'm super excited to show that, because anybody who knows me, I love wearing my hair in a ponytail. I love wearing my hair in buns. The minute I step out of this office, my hair goes up. So I absolutely love being able to wear a good ponytail, aka or button.
And that will be with the new model.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, now, Josh, what can we add to Dustin's style, install, everything?
Well, we're now finished. So he's got all that texture in there. And, you know, you can look all the way around his head and
can't
you
tell,
don't see any separation. You don't
Y'all are
see,
hardcore twins in right now. I love it. I
you
love it. I
don't
love
see
it.
that there's anything there. And, you know, people often ask me, because this is pretty much how I always style my hair. I like that kind of messy, tousled, like kind of all over the place kind of vibe.
Bedhead,
Yeah,
sexy bedhead.
very much. And people are always like, what do you do to style your hair? Sometimes, like, you know, I'll use a curling iron and I'll go in, just kind of add a little bit more texture to it. But 99% of the time, what I just did on Dustin's hair is what I do on my hair. I literally get up in the morning, brush it out, spray, mist a little bit of water, hit it with my diffuser for like 2 minutes, out the door.
Yeah, because someone asked, you can use heat to it. Of course you can.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to give him the nice little spin
Someone
around.
said y'all got to be related.
We are not.
So you can get close up and show the entire. So good, so natural.
So with that, I'm going to have Dustin go ahead and have a seat off stage. And then we're going to bring over,
Yeah, who are we bringing in now?
we're going to bring over Brent. So Brent is someone that comes to us every week. He's very active, and he's able to, again, go about his normal daily life with confidence that his hair is always going to look good. So he's in the gym every day, and you know, he's able to work out without having to worry about his hair. So for him, I'm just going to go in and mist his hair down a little bit.
Okay.
And then we're going to style his hair kind of a little bit more faux hockey, if you will.
Oh, this is the faux hawk. Okay.
Yes. Now, another cool thing. Oh,
Woo!
that's another
what
cool
is
thing
that?
right there.
That is another person who has signed up for a class and almost gave me a heart attack, made me burn myself. But hey, if they're going to make some money, that's good for them.
Right?
No sick parrots here. Just people that are getting ready to change lives.
Okay, so Josh, carry on with what you were saying.
Oh, so what I was going to say is one of the cool things that, I mean, there's a lot of cool things that come in the NSG kit, don't get me wrong, but this brush is a really cool brush. This is called the twist and turn. What's cool about this is that it's actually spring loaded. So as you're brushing the hair, here, let me kind of, there we go. As you're brushing the hair, if it catches any tangles, it's not going to rip it out. It's going to gently kind of flex past it. And it's very gentle to use, not only on hair systems, but extensions as well.
Okay.
So now that I've wet his hair down a bit, I'm going to go in with my blow dryer. And majority, like through the crown and around his perimeter, I'm just going to go down with it. That way we're blending, we're you know, marrying two heads of hair. We're bringing his system down into his hair.
Okay.
And then everything else through the top, I'm going to add a lot more texture and kind of give it kind of like a slightly textured faux hawk with movement towards the front.
Someone asked, Josh, how easy is this for the client to do at home?
So Brent, how easy is this for you
Brent,
to
I
do
should
at
ask
home?
you.
It's pretty easy. I mean, I wake up in the morning and just spritz my hair and use the twist and turn lock comb, and it's like I said, it's really easy to just style it and get it back to the way that you need to. Obviously, use your silk pillowcase. That's that comes in your kit that you get. So it works really well. So, but very easy to style.
Perfect, see?
Yeah. And the silk pillowcase that he mentioned, that is very important. Not just because it's comfortable, but also a lot of times cotton pillowcases and stuff like that, one, create friction. So when you're tossing and turning at night, it's going to cause tangling and matting. And two, they tend to be a moisture wick. So it's actually going to suck moisture and hydration from the hair.
And your skin, too.
Exactly, right.
A
So
silk
you're
or
gonna
satin
wrinkles.
pillowcase reduces all of that, making sure that you're going to wake up with your hair.
You look like you
Like,
just came out of
yeah.
a salon.
And I always travel with mine. I have
I'm the
multiple.
same way when I go to hotels. I always
Yeah.
have them. Yeah, same.
Whenever I travel and I forget one, I'm like, damn it, because I wake up in the morning and I can
You can tell the
feel a
difference, same.
difference. in my hair just not using it.
I forgot mine when we were in Connecticut. Not only did my hair feel dry, not only did my skin feel dry, I messed up that pillow so bad. I just freshly got my color done.
Yeah.
That sucker was purple. I'm in the sink trying to like wash it out.
And mine gets frizzy if I don't have it.
Mine
so-
does too.
yeah.
Like I was fighting with my hair just a little bit over that convention.
All right, Josh, back to you with the styling.
Yeah, so I'm just, again, like I said, going around this perimeter. I'm just bringing this stuff down. This is just going to make sure that everything is going to have a nice blend to it. Because if I go in and start bringing all of this up, it's going to create a separation between the system and his natural hair. We don't want to create any separations. We want, we want everything to appear as one.
Okay.
So I'm just going in, and you'll notice I'm going to turn him around this way so that Bernie can get a nice view. As I'm blow drying this, I'm going kind of back and forth, slightly one way, slightly the other. What that's going to do is it's going to make sure that everything is laying down really nicely.
And while Josh is finishing that, Marlys, let's go to you and our nice little beach waves.
Oh yes. So, which one thing someone said I want to add on real quick. They said, "Can you part NSG with an actual part?" Yes, you can. Which I think you're gonna be showing kind of with one. Your next one kind of has a part, right?
Yes, he does.
That's all we're gonna say. That's all we're gonna say.
Yeah, so we're showing you guys, a lot of people think that when you're wearing a hair system that you have to have it forward, you have to cover the hairline. So with Brent, we're actually going to be bringing the entire front of his hair up, completely exposing that front hairline.
Okay.
Then with our next model, he's going to have it slightly parted and coiffed over. So showing you that you can expose the
other
hairline,
styles,
you can
yeah.
part it, you can bring it forward.
Like it's real, your hair.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know what? Who's going to know?
All right. I didn't know for the longest time with you.
Yeah.
That's right.
So Marlys,
So-
beachy, fun, sexy hair.
So one of the key things to getting that beach wave, Bernie, you want to zoom on in over here? Come on over here. See, this is that nice curling iron we were telling you guys about. So whenever you do it, you're going to do a typical around, and you always want to start at the top. That's where the hair is a little bit healthier. So the key to beach wave is you want to unwind it. And so you just kind of work it, unwind it. And then when it gets close to the end, I just kind of slide them through like that. And that's going to create that nice beach wave to where when I undo it, it's just going to have that nice motion.
Like that.
And then when I get, and I kind of do it, I always work my way backwards towards the back of the head. So this one here, I was going this way, but when I go over to this side,
Okay.
I'm going to go the opposite direction. And there's always one way that's easier to unroll than the other. For me, I love this way. I'm a lefty. Whoop, there's another sign up.
That's a sign up.
So I like unrolling to the left. That's a little bit easier for me. So I always love doing the right side of the head the best. But unwinding them that way is just going to create that very soft beach wave look. Now, if I didn't unwind them and just did it normal, that's going to give you those more ringlet curls.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's a trick. Okay.
Yes.
I'm learning too. Okay, so that's a trick.
Absolutely. You're like taking notes.
Okay, now I know.
Yes, the curling iron does match my nails. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yep. I love to match. Again, OCD.
All right. Josh, where are we at now? We'll flip back over to Brent here.
So I've gone in, I blow dried his hair. Now, one thing he did say is he wants the front to be thinned just a little bit.
Okay.
Now, whenever I'm cutting in a new system, Brent just got his new system
Last weekend.
last weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, the CT show.
I always, one will start a little bit longer. It's better to have to go in, a week or two down the road and texturize a little more, maybe take a little more length off. But if you take it too short right off the bat, then you're kind of stuck with it. And your client's not going to be happy with that. So I'm just going to go in and just texturize the front just a little bit. But I mean, even as it is, you can see that, it looks good. But just for him, for his personal preference, he just wants it thinned out just a little bit. But check out that hairline. Like who's going to know that you...
Yeah, we need to zoom in on that so you can actually see the...
who's going to know that that's not his natural hair, right? And that's the whole thing. Like, you don't want people to know that there's anything going on. I'm just going
Yeah, it
in,
looks so natural.
doing some soft texturizing. And, you know, another thing, when you sign up for our classes, we're not just teaching you how to, you know, lay a system down. We're not just teaching you, you know, stuff like that. We also go in depth on haircutting and stuff as well, because knowing how to do a proper haircut on a system is crucial, because it's not like, you know, cutting natural, like someone's natural growing hair. You have to kind of handle the cut on a system a little bit different. It's all about creating, you know, a ton of texture, a ton of softness to create that blend. Because as I said earlier, we're marrying two heads of hair. So if we don't create a lot of softness and texture, you're going to have a line.
Yeah, that's great.
And no one wants a line. We all want it to look like, you know, our own natural hair.
Yeah, that looks fantastic.
Thank you.
Marlys, where can we catch up? And also, we have not done for this segment, we have not gone through the pricing, if you don't mind doing that.
Yes,
as well for
I
me.
do want to make a note before we get into that real quick. If you noticed here, Bernie, can you zoom in a little bit here? I curled her extensions separately. Whenever you're styling, it's very easy if you break it down row by row, parting out the natural hair and then doing that last. It's going to give you a better result versus if I had this down in here curling it with all that, the results would not have been as nice.
Interesting.
So,
Okay.
yeah, it's kind of nice, especially if the rows are done nice and clean.
Yeah.
You've already got a nice parting and you can just use your
So now
fingers,
you're gonna
swoop
go
in
into her
between.
natural.
Now I'm going to go in and finish up her natural hair. And you see how quick with this technique, how fast I've been able to do it? So it doesn't take a long time to throw these nice little beach waves. So prices
And
of
you
the
have
class.
perfect
Oh,
parts and everything.
I do. I have a little bit of a session. I really
love
do.
it.
So with the classes for DC, the online is going to be $4.99 with 5% off tonight. Do that at your own pace. Hands-on is going to be $6.99, again with that 5% off, and it is a one-day class.
And that 5% is only for tonight.
Only for tonight during this live. And then the NSG class is going to be, again, at your own pace, the online, $9.99. And 5% off of that. And then hands-on 2-day class, $14.99. She asked me a good question a minute ago. She said, hey, with the $9.99 with online classes, the kit come with it? Absolutely. The kit comes with online or hands-on both. You're going to get those amazing kits.
And we may not be able to go through that kit. So can you go through that?
I'll probably be able to take us over there in just a
Okay.
few. But yes,
Okay,
it's going to have everything. We even throw goodies in there. It's going to have hair for all 4 methods. It's going to have your threaders, your cylinders, a tower with all 4 colors for wefts, all 6 colors for your eye tips. It's going to have your tools. It's going to have your K-tip heating tool. It's going to have your crimpers and your little scissors, clips,
Your Bible.
Velcro strips, your manual, your Bible. It's also going to come with that pop socket.
Yes,
It's
so you
going to
said
come with a
that's multiversal.
Bluetooth selfie stick. It comes with some decals for your salon and everything that you can put up. So yeah, it really comes with everything that you might need in it.
Perfect.
So I love it.
And we'll go hopefully get through that kit and we can actually visually see it.
Oh yeah, I think hopefully we'll be able to. I'm going to be done with her in just a few
Perfect.
minutes.
All right, I'll let you go so we can go to Josh.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. And where are we at now? It looks like we're done,
So
right?
yeah, so I just finished styling Brent's hair. And as you guys can see, he's got a really nice blend. Now, one thing I want to point out, we always look at the front hairline, right? But no one thinks to look at the crown. Now, one thing that's really cool about NSG is we even pay attention, like, one, we pay attention to detail in that front hairline because that's what everyone sees first, but also the crown, because what tends to happen in the crown of the hair? It tends to split, right? So we went in and we made sure that that crown also looks ultra natural. Like, Bernie, I want you to get nice and close. And when I say close, I mean like get
Right in there.
right up in there.
Josh, what makes the crown look so good with ours? What is different about our systems, especially with our lace systems?
Yeah, so with our lace systems, there's a few things. So the difference in knots between the majority of the system and the front hairline and crown, but also in the front hairline and in that crown area, we've taken it a step further and we do bleached knots. That makes it look like the hair is literally growing from the scalp. It completely eliminates the look of the knots against the scalp. Now let's turn them around to the front and take a look at that front hairline. So again, looks like the hair is literally growing straight out from his head, from his scalp.
Yeah, let's zoom in on that again, because look how real that looks.
It is real.
It is real.
So
natural.
again, you can do something exposing that front hairline, lifting it up in the front. One thing I always say is when you're styling this way, you never want to take the brush and just kind of go up, okay? What I always like to do is I take the first row of bristles on my brush and I place it at the front hairline and then I'll go up. That way I'm not catching it on the hairline and lifting the front of the system.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Brent, do you love it?
That's right. Styled a little bit different than he usually wears it. Yeah.
I like it. I do
Just
too.
style.
Yeah. So again, a little bit more tousled, kind of forward, a little faux hockey, exposing that front hairline still looks super natural. And he can walk around anywhere with confidence, knowing that people are just going to look at him and be like, wow, that guy has cool hair.
Yeah, fantastic. Looks great.
Yeah.
Good job, Josh.
Thank you.
Marlys, before we end the segment, what can we add to Dreamcatchers hair?
So one of the things that's very important when you're doing curls, because some people go, my curls didn't hold. And you have to let them cool. If you start touching them and brushing it out, when it's still warm, you're going to pull that curl out. So you need
How
to
long do you wait then?
Typically like 5 minutes. You
Oh,
know,
that's
I mean,
it,
like
okay.
me, like if I'm doing my own hair, I'll curl it, I'll go get dressed. And then when it's about,
That's something else I
about
didn't know,
done.
so 5 minutes or so.
Yeah,
Okay.
so waiting, and if you touch it and if it's not completely cool, if there's any warmth, you need to wait. Because if you do brush it out, so one of our camera girls, I'm about to throw her under the bus one day, she came in, she goes, my curls are not holding. And I asked her, I was like, did you wait till it cooled? And she said, well, I mean, this side was cooled and one side was curlier than the other
funny.
side because she brushed out one side while it was still warm.
And do you put the
Also-
hairspray, question I have, do you put the hairspray on after it's cold or right after you curl?
You can do either one.
Okay.
I mean, for me, you could put a little bit on at this point, or
Okay.
even a lot of times I kind of almost prefer dry texture spray than hairspray.
Right.
And so that
actually,
helps
yeah,
get that
works
hold
better,
too. Yeah. So I have some I'm going to use, but she's still got a little bit of warmth here.
So you're gonna wait
So
a
I'm going to wait just a minute, let that cool off, and then I'll kind of show how we brush that out.
Okay,
So,
perfect. We're
thank-
going to be going to a commercial. So you'll have a new model in for the ponytail, which is super exciting.
Yes.
And you have a new model as well. So,
I do have a new model.
and we're going to do something really cool.
Yeah, we're going to show another different way that you can style with NSG.
Awesome.
Just showcasing how versatile NSG is. Because, like as we said earlier, people are always asking us, and I get asked this, I'm sure Marlys does in class a lot, are you restricted to how you can style the hair?
You're not at all.
No. I mean, if you wanted to go all the way back with it, if you wanted to, tousled and forward, up in the front, exposing the hairline. Here we're going to do something that's kind of got more of a part and kind of coiffed up and over to the side. So you're able to really customize it and style it to whatever your client is looking for, which is really cool.
This is great.
Yeah.
All right, well, we are going to be back soon, but we want to make sure that you go to all of our social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. And make sure that you subscribe, you follow, and you also tag us and show us all the great work you're doing. We'll be back with NSG
and don't go
Dreamcatchers.
anywhere, because we are going to be announcing the three
Yes.
winners of Battle of the Strands here in just a few minutes.
All right, we will be back.
Are you ready to revolutionize your career behind the chair and start turning your passion into profit? We want to help you build your career from the ground up. With the proper tools and education, you can outshine your peers and make money that exceeds your highest expectations. Raise the bar with NSG and learn the magic of non-surgical hair replacement. NSG is beyond an aesthetic service. You're not just offering hair replacement, you're offering a life-changing experience. Whether you sign up for classes online or in person, you're guaranteed the best education at the most affordable price. An NSG system costs $400 with a retail price of $800. That's $400 of profit right into your bank account. Imagine, with a minimum service charge of $150, in addition to sales over the span of 12 months, you could potentially earn up to $2,200 per client annually. Let's think about it. Once you rack up 10 clients in your chair, you will make $22,000 a year. We also provide marketing strategies that streamline clients straight to your chair. Join the NSG network and be certified alongside the best of the best. Achieve business excellence and a six-figure salary while creating a new level of confidence for yourself and your clients. NSG, the most profitable service in the industry. To learn more, go to nsghair.com and sign up for our classes today.
Welcome back to NSG and DreamCatchers Live, and we thank you so much for watching, and thank you for all your questions. And for these questions, we're also going to give you some gifts for it. So Marlys and Josh have some great winners that we're going to announce right now.
Yes, so the first one is going to be the Fabulous Nano Titanium Flat Iron. Love this thing. This is going to go to a YouTube winner, Carol Gainey. Congratulations.
And where do they go to get there?
You need to send your name, your address, and your phone number to social media at dreamcatchers.com.
Perfect. Dreamcatchers.
DreamCatchers, don't
with
forget
an
the S. Next up, we have a YouTube viewer, and this is
Marlys, can you-
Jeanette Deloach. I hope I said that
I
correctly.
think Deloach.
I think so.
Jeanette Deloach, you are getting the Fabulous Pro blow dryer.
Which we all
Now,
love.
guys, this blow dryer is amazing. The first time I saw it, it's tiny. And I was like,
That's why I love about traveling.
I was like, oh, what is this going to do? I turned it on. And I was like, holy shit. It
does.
It's amazing
She blows
in a good way.
in a good way.
And our last but not least winner is
The Clippers. This is going to a YouTube winner, Junie. You have won the custom NSG clippers. Love these things. I love Fabulous products. I have been a fan of them forever. Love their clippers. I have a custom pair in purple. No shock, no surprise.
You really do.
I really do. So congratulations to all the winners.
yes, and we want to make sure y'all don't go away because at the very end we're going to do a great reveal of
Battle of the Strands winners. Now, really quick, I want Bernie to get nice and close. Look at these trophies.
they're great trophies.
They're so beautiful.
So the bottom has like rainbow on it, and it just kind of like
Yeah.
goes up through. It's just so
Yeah, I don't know if you could see the
Oh,
rainbow
yeah.
through it. It's gorgeous. I'm putting my fingerprints all over. I'm so sorry. We were
bragging
cleaning
rights
them
when
before we
people come
started.
to your salon. You can show
Oh,
that
I mean,
off.
the people who are going to win these, you get to now say that you are award-winning hairstylist, and that truly is like that's a
Huge.
hairstylist's dream. It's big for every hairstylist. They want to be able to say,
Be recognized.
I'm an award-winning hairstylist.
and some money, right?
Yeah.
That helps.
Hey, Bert, how much are the prizes?
So third place is $5,000. Second place is $10,000.
Does it get better than that?
First place, oh yeah, is a whopping
That's huge.
$20,000.
That's a lot of money.
Can I quit my job and enter? No, just kidding.
And you guys, this isn't like hair credit or account credit. This is cash.
I need
So someone,
we might be like having to revive our CEO
Yeah.
in the back after writing these checks, but
but
you know,
here
you
in
guys
just
have earned it.
here in just a little bit, someone is going to be winning $20,000, and you guys are going to be able to see what these amazing artists created and what won them these amazing trophies.
Yes.
So
right,
let's jump into
let's
our.
get back to
Go
some
to
stuff.
Yeah.
our award-winning educators who are going to show us what we're doing next with the styling segment. Marlys, do we want to go to you?
Yeah,
first
real
and
quick.
Dean
I
can
just
wrap
want to
this
kind
up?
of show the final results with her. So a lot of times what I did is I just kind of took, I like a brush that has the bristles and the boar bristles in it. And then I just kind of comb it out. And then what you can do is you can just take some texture spray. Like I was just saying a minute ago, I love some good texture spray. And just kind of get in there and get that tousled beach look.
I love that. It looks so full.
Yes, it really does kind of pick it up and give that volume that makes you have that envious beach hair.
Beach hair, yeah, very sexy. I love
Yes.
it.
So now she is all ready and done to go. Look at that.
You gotta go
Gorgeous.
out tonight. You gotta go somewhere.
Gotta do
Good
something. It
hair.
might be Monday night, but you gotta
You
go
gotta go
somewhere.
somewhere.
So we are all done with her, and the next I'll be moving into the ponytail, but you can jump on
Okay.
over to
Okay.
Josh.
All right, Josh. So let's start off. New model.
Yep, so this
New
is
look.
Eric. Yep. So for him, we're doing something that's, you know, I would maybe say a little bit more classic. So it's got,
Okay.
you know, a slight part, and then
And we're going to show the part because people are wondering how normally with the system you can't really do a part, and you can do a part here
yes.
with NSG.
And he wears his hair kind of coiffed up and over to the side.
Okay.
And then we're just going to kind of bring the rest of this kind of back and down into the crown.
Okay.
So I'm going to go in and just start blow drying. And I just put a light leave-in just to kind of like hydrate and moisturize his hair.
Okay.
And then once I finish, I'm just going to finish off with a little bit of light texture spray.
Okay.
So just like I did earlier,
So let's zoom in again so we can show this.
so I'm going to come around this way. Let me see if I can pull this cord enough. There we go. Now, just as I did earlier with the back of Brent's hair, I'm also going to kind of crisscross as I'm blow drying the back of Eric's hair as well. That's going to help that flow down really nicely. And again, since NSG is 100% full cuticle Remy human hair, you are able to style it and treat it just as your own natural growing hair.
We're getting that zoom in now, Josh. There we go.
And then
Josh,
these,
what else can we explain is going on with styling here?
so these sides, I'm just kind of essentially doing the same thing, but a little more motion going towards the back. That way we
Okay.
get a nice flow. Oh, there we
that,
go.
Josh?
That is the sound of someone signing up to take one of our classes and getting ready to change lives, many lives.
Perfect. All right, I'm going to jump on over to Marlys because I myself is excited to see this done correctly.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we're going to do the pony with the
Okay.
DreamCatchers hair.
So one of the things to do to get a good ponytail is, as you can see, I've isolated her hair out on the sides
Okay.
and in the back. I'm taking all of her extensions and I'm going to pin these up, because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use a little bit of my dry texture spray. I'm going to spray it a little bit closer to the roots.
Okay. And what does that do?
So what it's going to do is it's going to give some grip, especially if you have fine hair. If you just try to pull it up, what's going to happen is when you pull these extensions up, your hair just kind of meshes into it instead of laying over it. And that's what you want it to do, is you want it to lay
Interesting.
over.
Okay.
So I'm going to take my comb. I'm going to take pretty thick sections back here. And I'm going to just slightly
Okay.
push up to the root. So I'm just creating a little bit of back combing back here, not crazy. Because then, as you see, when I kind of pick that up, you can't see anything. So then on her sides,
Okay.
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna take these sections out. And nothing crazy, just a little bit right at the base. And I'm not gonna do too much towards the front.
Okay.
It's really right around those ears where you have less density. That's where you really can easily see them if you don't
Gotcha. Okay.
create a little bit of volume, because we need to create that volume in her hair to match the volume that you naturally kind of have in extensions. So then once I do that, I've already got this kind of halfway pulled up. Then I'm going to start working the hair in a ponytail. I'm going to
Okay.
focus on the extensions first,
Gotcha. Okay.
not the extensions. I mean, I'm sorry, not her natural
Right.
hair. So I'm going to whoop. got quite a bit of hair, so it's getting away from me. Now, one of the things I want to note about wefts, you always want to do the ponytail either above the wefts or underneath them. You never want to do it right over the top of the weft. The reason why is our hybrid wefts are made from a very, they're very delicate. They're like a hand tied, but they're machine made. But because they're not super duper thick, even with thicker wefts, if you put a ponytail right over the top of it, it creates weak spots. And so you always want to go above or below, because if not, you're pulling that tension right over the top of the weft, and that's not good for it. So I'm taking note of where her extensions are and her weft is, and I'm going above it. So first I'm just going to kind of smooth all this up. Now I never, ever, ever recommend doing a ponytail, probably within the first 3 to 4 days. Yeah. Low ponytails. Okay. But once you get a little bit of slack in your extensions, that's when you can go up. Okay. So just going to kind of keep working this up. As you see, I'm not messing with the front or the sides yet. We're going to do kind of just a casual, everyday ponytail. We're not going super duper fancy. Okay. Now, what happens is, let me make sure I have my little fancy brush over here. This right here, this type of boar bristle brush is my little lifesaver. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull that hair up back here. And then I'm going to take this brush and gently smooth that up. I've got a little bitty loop right here. That can happen sometimes with extensions.
What is that brush called again?
This is the boar bristle brush.
Okay.
I'm going to use just a little bit of hairspray. Anna has a lot of baby hair.
Yeah.
Her and I have the same hair, I swear. So, and as you see, I'm not pulling a lot of tension. I'm just doing a little bit of time. Right. So sometimes if you get that little loop that's in there from the extensions, I'm going to use my comb and I'm going to push that up. Work that up that way. And I'm just going to kind of gently comb that up. I don't worry about the back as much, especially with the ponytail.
So it's going to be covered.
Now, if it's a bun, you got to spend a little bit more time with it. But for a ponytail, it doesn't have to be perfect in the back. But as you can see, you can't see any of the extensions. So now I'm going to come over here to the side. And now when I scoop that hair up, you can't see where her extensions are.
No, not at all.
Add a little bit of hairspray. And I'm just going to gently, I don't want to comb into them heavy. I want to make sure to be very light because I don't want to comb out that back combing that I just put in.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, she has got so much hair. So that DreamCatcher hair. And then occasionally I go with the top because they can try to loop up. I just comb out a little bit. Make sure I'm good. So is it a little bit more work to do this type of ponytail? Just slightly. If I'm doing this on myself, I put all the extensions in a pony. I get those smooth. Then I back comb my front pieces. And then I open up my ponytail and I just lay it back in there.
Okay.
So I'm just going to keep gently kind of working that up. Make sure I have all the loops out.
Oh, it's good. You got strong arms. My arms always hurt when I'm putting a ponytail.
Oh, it's much easier doing on her because she's at, a lower height versus doing it on yourself when your hands are up above your head. And her hair keeps kind of catching on the beads of my shirt a little bit.
I am here.
Yeah, I'm like, roll me up. That's right. Roll up these sleeves.
Let me help you on the side. Okay. There we go.
I think it's very cool, but it gets caught on everything.
Already.
So, just going to smooth a few more of those little baby hairs up. Like I said, Anna's definitely got them baby hairs. I've been working on Anna's hair for years.
I like baby hairs, so.
I do too. I think they're adorable. Sometimes I even like to pull those little baby hairs out around the face.
They make you feel you look young too.
Yeah, it is. It's a very youthful little look. So, let me get these up. So we're just doing like a casual, everyday
Right.
pony. You want to throw it up.
Go
You
to
can
work
even
out,
throw it in a
whatever.
bun, go to work out.
Oh, I love how it's got a
But-
lot of little
That little
bump right there.
volume.
Yeah.
But as you can see, you don't see extensions. Is it perfect? No. And then what you can do, like say right there, there's one kind of poking
you just
through.
covered it though. That was perfect.
Yeah, you can use that little brush and just gently cover up those spots.
That brush is magic. Right
This
there.
brush is literal magic. I have to have my little boar bristle brush
That looks great.
anytime I do this type of stuff. It's what I've always used, like
That looks
doing
really cute in the back
special
too.
styles, things like that. So, yeah. So that way you can completely wear a pony. Yes. Woo!
Ooh, we got another
Josh,
sign
what's
up.
that?
Another
Another
sale.
sign up.
That is the sound of someone taking advantage of our
Oh, that's
special
so cute.
discount, which lasts for another 15 minutes, if I might add.
So see,
love it.
cute little pony. You can't see any extensions.
Yeah, and there is
None in
that-
the
People
back.
think you can't do a ponytail when you have extensions, and here you can.
You
just have to
can't.
do it right.
You just have to do it right. If you just go up with it, yes,
Yeah.
that extension, your hair is going to go right in between those extensions, and it's going to show. But doing this way, you get that
I love it.
volume.
I learned.
And
Now I know how to do it.
you can even do something a little cute. Sometimes I like to take the hair, a little bit of the hair from the back,
Okay.
and you can take like a little piece. You can either braid it or you can twist it, and then you can wrap it
Yeah, I
around
like that.
to hide the ponytail holder. And then you can always just stick a little pin in the back, and that actually
Yep.
helps give it a little bit more volume
Yep.
when you actually wrap it
Right.
around as well. I don't have a bobby
looks
pin,
good.
so we're not
Yeah.
going to wrap it, but
That
that's
looks
just
great.
another little extra step that you can
So
do.
good. Bravo.
to do
I
it.
think that looks fantastic. So cute.
Yeah. She always rocks. She rocks anything. One of my favorite pictures of her out there is we did one where we did a braid down the middle into a big ponytail. It was back when she was a blonde.
Oh,
And
really?
it looked so fun. And we did like the pulled out the braid
Yeah.
in it, and we just had that big tousled look. And it was just gorgeous. She's
No,
always
it
one
looks-
of my
it
favorites
looks-
to work
It
with.
looks so good. So
She's
good.
stunning. And an easy,
I
easy
love-
ponytail.
Yeah. Perfect. I love
Yeah.
it. So good. So cute.
Definitely.
Josh, I don't want to ignore you. So we're just really excited about the ponytail.
Yeah.
So where are we at here?
So I'm finishing up with Eric's style.
Okay.
So you can see we've
And
got his hair.
did we miss anything of what you did, or
So
anything that our viewers can?
around the perimeter, I did that kind of like slightly like
Okay.
crisscross back and forth. And then the kind of internal part of his styling, I went in with a 1-inch round brush.
Okay.
So I went in with
Zoom
a
in. Yep.
1-inch round brush, and then just kind of like with the heat of the blow dryer, just kind of like lightly set in
Okay.
some bend, just to give his hair more of that kind of like finished kind of coiffed kind of look. Now, what I want you guys to do, and by you guys I mean Bernie, is get nice and close. I'm gonna get out of the way because my shirt's black, but you can't see where his hair stops and the system starts. It looks like it's all
Sure does.
just his
Looks
natural
great.
hair.
And the part, everything. You can't tell there's anything different. That looks great, Josh.
And then just like with Brent, we're able to bring that up away from the face, slightly exposing that hairline, but no one's going to look at that hairline and be like, that's a system.
No way.
People are going to look at his hair and be like,
He's
that
got
dude,
good hair."
that dude's got some
Yeah,
nice
she's
hair.
got great hair, right?
So again, that just shows you that, you know, you're not limited to your styling options with
Mm-hmm.
NSG. Whether you want something that's tousled and forward, whether you want something that's, you know, kind of more faux hockey and again going forward but exposing the hairline, or something that's slightly a little bit more polished and coiffed, also exposing the hairline but creating more of a part in there. So, you know, you're able to really deliver any results that your client may be looking.
Yeah. Marlys, from one great thing to another, can we go now and look at this kit?
Yes,
in our
let's go peek at
last-
the kit real quick before we start announcing some more winners.
All right, so we're gonna
Yes.
zoom in on this because this is, you're gonna get excited
I'll be
about
good
all
fun.
this. All right, Marlys, what we got?
So, see, these were some of the decals that I was telling you about as I'm dropping them, that you can hang up in your windows to let people know that you are a DC certified stylist. we are going to have the Bible. This is 127 pages. Let me see if I'm correct. Ooh, 128. I was very close. Pages. It covers everything from cutting, social media, installing, pricing, you name it, we cover it. Dorothy and I have probably gone over this manual so many times. I cannot even tell you, always adding. This education has changed so much over the last 4 years. We're both very proud. You get combs, like I was talking about. You get those cylinder towers that have both your eye-tips, all 6 colors, your wefts, all 4 colors. You're going to get a color swatch with all 59 of our colors that we have available and our 4 different textures. That K-tip heating tool that you can use for your K-tips. Love using K-tips for customization. You're going to have your threader, and then you're also going to have this pop socket right here, which is what I used to hang my threader on. You're going to have your clips. You're going to have solvent and cleanser for both your tape-ins and your K-tips.
Okay.
This is that selfie stick that I was talking about. It's got a little Bluetooth thing that you can pop off, and it's a tripod, so you can actually open it up. Right now, our social media phone is sitting on one. And you can use it to take content of your extensions as you're doing it, because we all know nowadays you've got to collect content of what you're doing.
Absolutely.
We've got the Velcro flyaway strips. We've got your little weft kit, which is going to have your little delicate scissors, your training thread, your needles, your double prong clips. We've got the training hair for all 4 systems. You're going to get a cape. You're going to get a apron. You're going to get replacement thread. And then you're going to get this, my very favorite, the rainbow toolkit. So, and I mean, I still have my first set from 13 years ago. I do.
It lasts that long.
I do.
And I also love, can we just show the kit itself? I think it's a great.
It is a beautiful kit. Tuck that swatch in there. But it's a beautiful kit. I did concierge services for years. I had a lot of VIP clients that didn't want to go into a salon. They want somebody to come to their home. And it's really great having something that you can just take and carry and take with you to go. So,
beautiful.
Love this kit.
Amazing. And we should go over the price, because you're getting all this.
So with either online or hands-on, you're going to get this kit no matter what. It's $4.99 for the online, 5% off tonight. $6.99 for hands-on. Again, that 5% off. And then for NSG, which I know Josh kind of showed the kit earlier, $9.99 for the online and $14.99 for the hands-on, 5% off if you sign up during the live.
And someone just asked, this all includes the kit as well?
Everything, hands-on or online, always includes the kit for both DC and NSG.
Amazing.
If you didn't get a manual in yours, just call customer service and they can get you a Bible sent out.
Perfect.
A DC Bible.
So now I think we're going to be doing something real big right now. We're going to be giving away some prizes.
Oh, well, we're going to give away the regular prizes over the table first.
And then
yes,
bigger prizes.
That's the big things.
All right, I'm going to hand these over to you, Marlys, so you and Josh can do our last bit of prizes. And these are the prizes for y'all joining in on our live tonight and joining in questions. Hopefully we answered all your questions. Again, social media, tag us, follow us, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, you name it, TikTok, and make sure that we can come along on your journey. Now, Marlys, what do we got?
Oh, Josh is first.
Oh, Josh is first.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And speaking of TikTok, you guys have 8 more minutes
That is
to take
it.
advantage of our special pricing to get signed up.
Yes.
So you guys have until 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. It is 7:53. So
You're on
do
the
not
clock.
wait.
Okay, here we
All
go.
right, so first up, we have the Joico K-Pack Shampoo and Conditioner set. This is going to YouTube viewer. It's Zell Ruiz. So again, it's Zell Ruiz. You are getting this awesome Joico K-Pack Shampoo and Conditioner set. Make sure to send an email to socialmedia@dreamcatchers.com with your name, your address, and your phone number.
Okay.
Congratulations.
And Marlys, what do we have next?
So we're going to have the pink pewter glam box. This thing has so much in it, even like a little pack that you can hold your tools. It's got 2 different type of combs to use for special styling, rubber bands, wrap bands, bobby pins, all kinds of stuff. So this is going to be going to a YouTube winner, Teresa RS. Teresa, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Last one's yours.
And last prize of the evening is going to YouTube viewer, and this YouTube viewer is getting these Fabulous Pro clippers. This is going to Nick Ramirez. So again, Nick Ramirez, our YouTube viewer, you just won this awesome pair of NSG Fabulous Pro clippers. Make sure to send an email to socialmedia@dreamcatchers.com with your name, your address, and your phone number.
Yes. Fantastic.
So one more time for everyone that won a prize tonight. One, congratulations to all of you guys.
Yes.
And two, make sure to send an email to socialmedia@dreamcatchers, don't forget the S at the end, .com, with your name, your phone number, and your address. And we'll get these bad boys sent out to you.
Now, what you all have been waiting for, this is very exciting.
Let me go get the prizes. Hold on.
Oh, Marlys is going to go get the
I got the
fancy
names. I
pink
have the
envelopes
names.
with the winners, first, second, and third, Josh, and the beautiful trophies.
And I believe that we have their videos queued up. Is that correct?
Perfect.
So
Awesome.
we'll tell you when to do that one. So I think that we should be doing it because I have the phone numbers
Ooh, okay.
of the winners.
Oh, do you want to call them?
We're gonna call them. So what we're gonna
This is really
do
exciting. And this is
you're
live, y'all, so this is real
This is
reaction.
live.
Okay.
So this is third place. So I'm gonna have you open it. When they answer, you're gonna turn around and show the name.
Okay.
All right. So let's call our third
This is like
place
the
winner.
Oscars.
It is. Let's call our third place winner.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, Angel.
Hi.
Congratulations. You just won $5,000 for your entry.
Oh my God.
Angel, what? And she gets a trophy?
Yes. So we're about to show yours, but the reason why we chose yours is we loved the work that you used with using those natural between using like an ombre colors rooted in blondes, and your work was just absolutely stunning and beautiful, and we just absolutely appreciated it. It's gorgeous. And so congratulations.
And let's play your video.
We're gonna
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Congratulations. We're gonna play your video now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a
Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jack Daniels got a history. There's a party downtown near Fifth Street. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. I've been boozy since I left. I ain't changing for a check. Tell my mom I ain't forget. Woke up drunk at 10 a.m. We gon' do this shit again. Tell your girl to bring a friend. Oh Lord, 1. Here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tell them bring another round. We need 30 more. 2 stepping on the table. She don't need a dance floor. Oh my, good Lord. Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jack Daniels got a history.
That was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Congratulations again, Angel. You definitely deserve that.
You killed that.
And now we're going to go with our second
Let's
place.
give her a call. Got to remember to hit that speaker button.
Hello.
Hi, Kristen.
Hey.
Congratulations. You are a second place winner for $10,000.
Oh my God.
So we were so impressed, all of us judges, with the placement that you used. I mean, whenever you are doing a vivid up against blonde, that can be so tricky. You absolutely killed it. You showed it straight. You showed it curly. You showed us so much, and we just absolutely fell in love with it from the minute we seen it. So we are so excited to announce you as our second place winner.
And your trophy too, Kristen.
Thank you.
Keep killing it. You did it.
Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. So let's go ahead and check out your entry, and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
As the road unravels, you return from your travel whips all at home. Oh mercy, how you look so good. I'm ready. It's only I've been looking for you
That was beautiful.
That was so pretty. I love
Yeah.
the pink
Yeah.
with the blonde.
That
I'm
money piece.
I'm
Oh,
a huge fan of vivid colors, like being a vivid artist myself, and that combination of bright blonde with the pink, so good.
yes. So now first place.
Yes, this is exciting. It's just a lot of money and a lot of bragging rights.
Oh yeah, with our judges, it was unanimous for
Was it
first
really?
place.
Okay.
The level and
It is
quality
incredible.
of this is like ad quality. It's stunning. So let's go ahead and give her a call.
Hello.
Hi, Nikki. You just won $20,000.
I'm literally freaking out. This is literally like life changing. Seriously.
Oh, your work was just unreal. The way that you used the Dreamcatcher, even the way that you utilized the products, the color, everything, that ending shot, you absolutely murdered this. This is what everyone should aspire to be because your work is phenomenal.
I love your brand so much, and I'm literally like, I can't even talk right now. I'm so blown away.
Oh,
like,
I love that.
whoa.
This is great.
Well, you deserve to celebrate that incredible work you did. It's absolutely
Can't wait to see
phenomenal.
this.
Oh my God.
Congratulations, Nikki.
Thank you so much. Oh my God.
You are so welcome. You are so welcome.
Enjoy the money and the trophy.
Yes, we'll get those
Oh
sent
my
out to you.
gosh.
So let's go ahead and check out Nikki's incredible work right now. Congratulations.
One of those days where everything goes yo-yo. Not a day where you look to the sky and say, let's make this magic a habit. 'Cause these vibrations.
I love
That
was
was amazing.
like so good. Like you could tell Josh and Marla, she put a lot of time and energy
Oh,
into that.
that was a
absolutely.
whole production. The
Yeah.
way she did the ending with the dream catchers
Yeah.
around the hair and that end shot with the bangs and all the hair spread out behind, her transitions, like everything was
Yeah.
spot on. You could not ask for anything more. That is a $20,000 winner right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I remember the first
Congratulations.
time, like when I first saw that video, when you like had it on your computer and you turned, I was like, holy shit,
our
that
winner.
is
Yeah.
so good. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations to all three of you. You
All
guys
three. And everyone
totally
who entered,
killed it.
right?
Oh, and
Yes.
she said she's got a brand new salon. Oh, Scandalous
Oh,
Art
congratulations.
Party.
That is so cool.
Oh,
I
phenomenal.
know. Congratulations to all three of our winners. You guys did absolutely an amazing, amazing job. We had so much fun with all of the judges. Thank you to Jessica Powers, Jordan Yanitos, Ruben Vargas, Dorothy, Geraldine Gazarzadeh, and myself. We all sat there Saturday on Zoom. We were judging and so going back and forth. And we didn't even finalize some of them until today because there were so many good entries. And we're just so proud of every single one of you guys.
Well, thank you so much. And thank you all for the time today. Everyone learned so much, educating, styling, and we'll be back again. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and tag us. And you know what? Keep showing us this content because you never know. We may do another contest, right? You
Never know.
Maybe.
All right.
Thank you guys all for
Until next
watching.
time. We'll see ya. Bye.
Bye, guys.
You want to know what NSG feels like? Let me show you. Are your clients living a restricted lifestyle? Not anymore. With NSG, you can be the key to addressing your client's hair loss concerns. Learn hair customizations that can transform your client's image. Promote your passion behind the chair while helping your future clients live their life with no boundaries. Break barriers and live an active lifestyle with no limitations. Join the movement and sign up today.